So I'll go through this with you and describe how this tends to characterize kids with charge. So the first thing I have on there has to do with intellectual functioning, cognitive functioning. How intelligent is the kid, if you will? And I have down here low normal cognitive functioning. Now, I'm never too comfortable with that description, but the reason I state it the way I do is because many kids with charge do seem to function in the kind of the low normal range. But there's been several studies on intelligence and charge, my wife having done some of the study, and you do find that's kind of the average, but it's only an average. If you know charge at all, you know charge is highly, highly variable. So someone like my son Jacob, if you could get a measured IQ on him, and you can't, you know, it would be very, very low. In fact, the first time when he was a little infant, they gave him the Bailey scales, which is infant intelligence test, and he had the lowest possible score on the Bailey. I think it was a 28, and I was so proud he had 28 points. But no, he's low functioning. I got that. On the other hand, I've got a close friend with charge syndrome who lives in Boston, and she's a school psychologist. She did very well in college, went to Gallaudet, college for people who are deaf. She went and got her master's degree, and hours beyond her master's degree to become a certified school psychologist. There are a lot of kids with charge and adults with charge who have gone to college, and some of them, like Cynthia, have gone beyond college. So the reason why I still stick with this is because I'm afraid when you describe charge to somebody, they think, oh my gosh, they must be really, really low functioning. And I don't want people to think that of them. So having the word normal in there is to get people to recognize that most people with charge do amazing things and have lots of skills and competence. I put the low in there so they don't think that this person is automatically going to be learning like every other child, that there will be some struggles for some of these kids. I mean, we see in general that a lot of the kids with charge with the low normal kind of framework do well in school for the first 3 grades and then start to fall off. Because it's around 3rd and 4th grade that the learning becomes much more conceptual, and our kids need to have it right in front of them, right, where they can manipulate it themselves. When it becomes something you have to imagine, it's much harder for them. But that's not true for every kid with charge. But I do want teachers in particular to be aware, by and large, if you see, I got a kid with charge coming to my classroom, well, quite likely they're not going to be very low functioning, but also quite likely they're not going to be really, really high functioning. I'm going to give them an opportunity to prove themselves and see what they can do. That's why I stick with the low normal. It may not be the best solution, but it does seem to be kind of average, and so stuck with it.